What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 8 of my Total Warhammer 3 Seducers of Slaanesh / Nkari campaign. So as we saw last time, we've been farming the Blood God's realm, farming that blood and getting our army more and more powerful, getting ourselves money, our favor, getting ourselves experience, getting ourselves items, everything that's good basically. So thanks to the Blood God for powering up the Slaanesh. You gotta give it up to him. In fact, we got some levels to deal with. Now, the goal of this particular episode... Oh, look, there's a little entrance into the mountain here. I didn't mean to zoom in there, but cute. The goal for this episode is to go to the Brass Citadel? Brass Citadel, isn't it? Just like last episode, damn it. Go to the Brass Citadel and just start, get that first Demon Soul. Oh, it looks like the escort beat us by taking the Zinchen Soul, but will be the first, I think, to take the Cornate one. Now, before we head out, let's see if there's anything else we need to do. In terms of cults, Ostermark, you're building one and you will summon the cultist as we require. Okay, so we're fine there. We do have another... Wait, why can we see Midland's money? I don't know. Outpost details, and no, it's not because there's a cult there. Well, it's not that important anyway. Ownership, blah, blah, blah. Okay, there we go. There's more cults out here. We got one in the Wasteland. We got one in Talabekland that we know about. You are the one that... Yeah, it doesn't really do much for us right now. You are about to get ready there. And where are you? Hellspire Mountains. Oh, you're in the Greyling mood, eh? Wait, Greyling, aren't you the ones that, for some reason, we can't dominate, even though we have 300 max, or 180 out of 180 seductive influence? Why can't we vassalize you? We're the defensive alliance, but you're... They can't be military allies, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. Hopefully we'll figure that one out. Anyway, let's keep going. We also have... Wait. Oh, I guess we just level up our heroes then. Alright, fine. Scipio, let's start with you. You got 2 points. Not yet able to get your Exalted Secret Chariots, but almost there. Let's max out Pit of Shades. Penumbral Pendulum is also maxed. So I've gotten pretty much everything that I wanted out of the spell stuff. I guess we could get 1 unit at 1 point in the Withering, but I really don't see myself using it over the Enfeebling Foe if I'm going to target a single enemy target. The level 2 is an area hex, and the armor decrease might potentially be nice, but 14 mana. A little bit expensive when we can hit them with a Penumbral Pendulum for 15, which is also armor-piercing damage, and quite insane amount, so I just don't see the purpose. But if anybody... I can be convinced if anybody has any good points to make with regards to the Withering over just using the Penumbral Pendulum. Anyway, Occam's Mind Razor, let's max you out, as we are also, generally speaking, using you quite a bit, and then we start heading through to Immortality, Exalted Secret Chariot, and then through the actual tree that buffs your fighting ability. Next up, Villatresca. You have gotten almost to your Greater Gate of Slaanesh, but we do get 3 uses of the Gate of Slaanesh, which summons Demon Nets. So you basically are able to summon 3 Demon Net units and 1... or up to 3 Demonette units, and up to 1 Keeper of Secrets, which is a greater demon. Considering the fact that you yourself are a fighty hero and are doing pretty okay damage, well, I guess that's what the Galelian Soul netted, to be fair. Generally speaking, this makes me think like we should probably have a couple cultists in every army just to summon and open up gates. Yeah, I'm surprised that it's the cultists and not the Allurists that can do this. Anyway, Nkari, your turn. Oh, right, we've been sort of holding on to your points because of a number of reasons. We do want to go through the red line, and we can right now. Almost the Glamour of Slaanesh. But then we'd have to decide what to do here. I mean, either way, we're most likely going to have at least 1 Keeper of Secrets and some Soul Grinders in the army, but will we need them? Will we have enough of them to make it worth it? I'm still almost inclined to say that maybe we just want to get points in the Demonettes of Slaanesh. The other thing is, I know that we're going to have Fiends of Slaanesh in this army, and I also know that we're probably going to have Heartseekers in this army. So basically a little bit of everything. That's kind of the annoying thing about all this. What if we just, instead of maxing out one thing, start popping 2 points into certain things. Like, the second point is much more valuable than the first or third, and I do imagine that is true for various things. Yeah, it is. So we could start popping 2 points into stuff, and then any points we have left over, use that. Now, we still don't have any of this stuff, and I probably do want to get evasion and, at the very least, magical reserves. I don't know whether we'll go completely through the tree for this, because we do have a caster hero following us around, but we'll have to give it some thought. Anyway, I think with that, we're just going to end the turn, as we're waiting on Slaanesh's stuff. Oh, there was an outpost that was buildable, but I think we're okay right now. Nah, we're fine. We're fine. Ooh, we also can start building up more units. Oh, damn, I was gonna... Oh, I forgot. I was gonna pop a trade agreement, but then I immediately forgot to do it. Military access with exquisite pain. Honestly, as long as you only have 2 territories, we're best off just taking them from you, rather than bothering waiting for the off chance that we confederate you. And looks like Miao Ying is back in action here. I wonder if we have to fight her again. I mean, if we do, we do. She got a little bit of fightiness. Faction destroyed the Wrath of Nature and Folly of Malthek's Truth Bomb. Truth Bomb, control +5. Let's see what this says. A euphonic compulsion takes hold of every soul in the land, and they each proudly send you a missive containing their darkest, guiltiest secret. When reason returns to them, they swear unwavering subservience, in exchange for a promise that their shameful truths shall never be revealed. That's pretty funny. Interesting. Interesting. What exactly caused that? Let's see. Probably the Slaanesh corruption. You gotta move now to Blood Mountain, wherein you will be building a bunch of stuff. Let's get the Darkling Grove so that we have access to Heartseekers for when Nkari comes back. Ooh, maybe we can get some of these... Maybe we can get some of these things going as well. Growth +50 and control +5 is not too bad. We could pop that here. Oh, the Shifting Monolith is already there. Maybe not necessary. What about the other things? Money we're okay with, and I don't want to waste the devotees for nothing if it's not necessary. Okay, then we just keep it as it is. Well, then instead, let's see what we can build here. Now, we have the Heartseekers available. We've already built some spawn. Ooh, yes. Sensuous Caress, i.e. Fiends of Slaanesh. Oh, and we got Hellflayers. I know what, maybe we'll build our second army with a little bit more focus on Hellflayers. Like, give her like 6 Hellflayers. Maybe we won't have the Hellflayers anymore in Nkari's army. And just lots and lots of chariots. Well, not a crazy amount of chariots, perhaps, but a decent amount of chariots in this new army, just for the fun of it. Also, I'm just trying to figure out, armor piercing very fast, what's the deal with Seeker Chariots versus Hellflayers? Is there any reason to get Seekers or our Hellflayers just straight up an upgrade? Not entirely sure. I'm gonna have to test them out a little bit. Because just based on stats, it seems like Hellflayers are just plain better in every way. Which is odd, but Vanilla did tend to do that in Game 1, so I wouldn't be surprised if they did it again in Game 2. Anyway, obviously, as I said, Fiends of Slaanesh, we might as well start going through that to the Keepers of Secrets eventually. Then, is there anything else that we really need to build here in terms of army stuff? We do have another Temple of Decadence. We could start going through this tree, if nothing else, just to get the Drifting Bastion later for some Soul Grinders. But I think we're okay right now. Maybe we just build this so that we can start getting chariots into our second army. I mean, it is about time to get a second army up and running after all. Also, wait, are we able to actually recruit Demonettes here or no? Demonettes, are they recruitable out of this? Oh yeah, they're recruitable out of the out of this building. Okay, well then that's fair enough. Alrighty, fine. Let's just build some. Let's build the Seeker Chariot building because Nkari is gonna need to swap some units around. We'll delete it afterwards. It's not like we don't have the money to do this. We can do whatever the hell we want. Alrighty, so Chant, you our way to some Gifts of Slaanesh. Let's move out here. Alright, after moving up here, I want to check you guys again. Why won't you vassalize? What's going on? I don't understand. What if... maybe we have to break our... No, but if we break our agreement, then our reliability is going to drop. What's the deal with you? Oh, wait, cancel vassal? No, wait, that's our stat. I was thinking for a second that these guys were somebody else's vassal, and then got freaked out there, but no. They're just defensive allies with us. Okay, well then I am not entirely sure why we can't do this. If anybody has any idea, please let me know. We can build an outpost if we really want to, but this should be available. Well, I'm pretty sure we had defensive alliance with the Bjornling before we did the seductive influence last time. Anyway, Bearsonling, this is what I wanted: trade agreement with you, non-aggression pact with you, military access with you, and free money from you, so that all the diplomacy keeps up our additional. Hopefully this will not be broken for you as well. Oh, anyway, we'll figure it out. Let's do that. Okie dokie. Now, anybody else nearby that we could get some of this going with? Oh, you know what? Let's do a quick deal. Let's see. Nobody that we can influence. Nobody that we can influence. We have deal with you all. Oh, you want a defensive alliance, Aisling? You know what? I'm going to avoid that just in case that it's the defensive alliance which is preventing our confederation thing. I think that's what is doing it. I think it's not just military alliance, it's defensive alliance as well. Because I just noticed that, for example, if we take a look at Aisling here, we have...
After a drink, a fist fight, or
we have become vassal right there. Whereas if we take a look at Grayling, we also have become vassal. Why won't you become vassal? Never mind. I don't know what's happening. Alrighty, well, I'll just exit that. Anyway, let's continue with the rest. I believe we should probably spend some of our devotees, but I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to spend them all on. And what the heck? Wait.
Of course.
Oh, that's these guys. Okay, I saw Slaanesh allure us, and I was just like, what the hell's going on over there? No. Ours is going where she needs to go, and I think that's about it. How soon can we proliferate cults? Could be sooner. I just want to double check our cults in case that there's some that needs to be built here. You and you. Yeah, we don't really need to do anything here. I mean, I suppose we could build one in Seducers just to speed up this process, but because of our diplomacy, it looks like it's not really necessary. I mean, we could do one of the ones that just give us less seductive influence and more devotees, like this one. More and more devotees is good, after all. And we already have the excess cult altar moving in over here. I guess we could build another one here. Especially since this one's relatively far away. Although I really doubt we're going to seduce the Ice Court. Although it is possible. Okay, you know what? Yeah, Seducers, let's start with getting more devotees out of you. And then we'll spawn another cultist out of you. Okay, that's good with our devotees. Let's proceed. Even though now we don't have enough to seduce anybody. Let's move you closer to the Brass Citadel. Now, how far can you move? I just want to see here. Here, how far can we move? We can move further by virtue of March Stance. And I think... Oh, wait, but this guy might attack us. You know what? Move down right to the edge here. I think we don't want to fight Miao Ying right now. I also really hate how the camera jumps up and down over this thing. But I think we don't want to fight Miao Ying. Oh, I think she can indeed reach us. Alright, let's try March Dancing a little bit further. The thing is, if we don't fight her, we'll remain at full HP for this, whereas if we do, we might have to deal with it. We'll see, and Warfiend can't reach us, so I guess there could be another army spawning here, but it is what it is. Yeah, and we could absolutely farm this and then move up here as well, but I think now is time to go for this. Mostly because I just really want to fight it, and we've been here long enough. It's time for Nkari to start conquering stuff in the real world again. Plus, we only got 6 turns until the rifts die, and I don't want to risk anything. Alrighty, Nkari, let's skip this, so let's end the turn, skip the outpost, let's just go next. Ooh, do we want Unholy Manifestation? Wait, we can't Unholy Manifestation anybody. I guess we could buff you up with Unholy Manifestation, but that would just damage your army. And I also think it's probably not necessary. Yeah, screw it. End turn, yeah. And Legion of Chaos, you're doing something. Let's actually... Okay, we're already sped up, aren't we? Yeah. Like that Citadel battle. Alright, all you demons trying to get into diplomacy with us. I'd love to, but no. Mostly because I want your territory. We want to seduce all the mortal factions into vassalage, but you demons are in our way. And then Nkari, like Slaanesh, is very jealous. And hello, what do we have here? Recruitment cost reduction. Well, we are about to recruit a bunch of stuff, so yes. Let's see, your vintners have perfected a sumptuous new wine. We've already had this one. Our vintners are, they've been doing pretty good work. Lots and lots of new wines. Share it amongst your concubines. Yes. Alrighty, Nkari, get ready to attack this in a second. But before we do, let's complete our admin stuff. So first, you move. Oh, hello, Morphine. Okay, cute. You're gonna attack again. At the. Oh wait, Morphine is just a separate faction. Bloody Harvest Rogue Army. Yeah, okay, well whatever. Then they will attack the. Oh, not the Fetish Catacombs. Do we need to build a temporary hero here for this? What has a better defense, Fetish Catacombs or Blood Mountain? They're really quite equal. Can they defend against this? They probably can. Yeah, I think we're fine. I think we're fine. And let's see, Nkari Chant. Chant, you are trying to assign some gifts of Slaanesh. We just need to find some enemies. What can you do to this? Establish cult, nothing. Alrighty, fine. Find some heroes, find some lords, find some anything. Make yourself useful. Alrighty, Villatresca. Oh, we have another Villatresca, damn it. It's all Villatrescas here. You. What I want you to do... Wait, now that this has summoned a cultist... When control is 50 or more. Okay, unfortunately their control is not that high. Let's keep building cults here, I guess. We need another Ostermark cult. Oh, there's an Osterwald? Sure, let's go for Osterwald. Establish cult, please. Oh, there's an 85% chance of failure. Alright, there we go. That's a new cult. We'll keep our devotees rising, though, just in case, because I would like to get the... first of all, go specialist, but I would like to get... somebody vassalized soon. Otherwise, anybody else? No, it looks like it's time, Nkari. Do we bother with this? I think we're okay with holding on to it. Let's hit the Brass Citadel. I wonder what this battle is going to be like. I'm very excited. Alrighty, obviously this is going to be a cinematic battle. Ooh, reinforcements, hello. Wow, what? 3 Keepers of Secrets and 3 Soulgrave. What? Unless they're coming in with like 8 Bloodthirsters, I don't know why we would need such a huge army, but hey, cool, I'd like to see some Soul Grinders, so why not? Let's do it. Very strange. Interesting. Alright, let's get to it. Cinematic battle time. You approach the Brass Citadel to face the Blood God's favorite demon prince, but battle awaits you there, for this is Khorne's palace. Survive against waves of his thirstiest demons. Hey, we got thirstier demons than Khorne, trust me. And slay the Gatekeeper. Only then can its soul be captured.
The Brass Citadel, the keep of the Blood God, home of the Skull Throne. The Citadel is guarded by 888 Bloodthirsters, but we need only breach its outer defenses to draw out the Gatekeeper. Start at the ruined fort, defeat its garrison, and capture the Icon of Ruin. This will give you a foothold and grant us supplies to reinforce for the struggle ahead. There are 2 other icons you will need to capture, and so dominate the battle. You have drawn the Blood God's gaze. Make sure you are worthy of his attention. Let the slaughter begin.
Come to Nkari.
Alrighty, here we go. Nkari's saying something as he likes to do. Now, first off the bat, let's just take a look at this map. This is freaking magnificent, and I also think that I don't want to speed it up and allow this to happen because Nkari, you know what, we've seen Nkari fight. Let's speed it up back to normal for a few seconds. There we go. Is that Khorne himself flashing in the sky with the lightning strike, or just watching you fight? I think that's what it's supposed to be. It's pretty cool, but damn, yeah, this map is just absolutely wonderful. I love it. It's fantastic. I can't wait to see all of them. Damn, and I guess we are going to have to get past all these walls of fire. Ooh, there's a blood pit with a skull in the center of it. This is everything. This is everything you want out of some ornate decorations. What the hell is that? There's some sort of... I don't remember using a spell there. That's weird. Anyway, so the first thing we do while we move the rest of our army up to fight these ornate units is send Nkari in by himself, because Nkari can kill, I think, an infinite number of bloodletters without dying, regardless of the fact that he doesn't have armor. Ironically, they're armor piercing, so they're wasting some of their damage in that way. Anyway, so the goal, as the game has described, is to take each level of the Citadel until we approach the gate, and thus draw out the Gatekeeper. The first capture point is a icon of ruin, which also unlocks the ability to get some reinforcements should we need to, and it looks like the ability to build towers and barricades and all that sort of stuff. But firstly, we must kill this giant pile of bloodletters. Not that that's a real problem, because bloodletters are relatively weak, or at least perhaps weak is the wrong word, relatively fragile, I should say. Nkari does kill a good number of them with every hit. Stop charging it through the camera, Nkari. I'm trying to watch you kill things. Come on, man. Alright, it does still look pretty cool, though. There we go, lots of nice spins. Can't wait for the blood, though. I wonder what the demon's bleeding will look like. Will it just be like, will the ornate units leak fire or something like that? Now, you can see a bunch of crazy effects going in at the same time as the rest of our army arrives at this first capture point. I believe a lot of what's happening here is the debuff from the Helm of Discord, plus the Bane Spear happening at the same time, just damaging all the Khorne bloodletters, or bloodletters of Khorne, pretty darn badly. Also, shouldn't they just be called bloodletters? I know that they're bloodletters of Khorne, but are there bloodletters of Tzeentch? I don't think so. So what's the likelihood of confusing them with any kind of bloodletter? Maybe there are some like undivided bloodletters that I'm not aware of. I gotta look into this. But Anyway, as I was saying, these guys are all debuffed. Nkari is killing them, and we're also buffing ourselves with that Locus of Grace, hence all the crazy effects. But anyway, it's just a pathetic set of bloodletters. We will be through them quite quickly. As you can see, they're already all melting, and we just charged our entire army in like a blob. It doesn't even matter. If this is the first defensive force, it's a pretty darn weak one. And there we go. Even the Harpies, Furies are joining in to hit the enemy in the back and just keep melting them. Little pools of fire as each one of those bloodletters dissipates, and there we are. There we are. Now it's just a simple matter of capturing the first point. Once captured, the units that we are able to get reinforcements out of are unlocked, and this is just the basic units, so I just believe demon nets and some marauders. Plus, we now have the ability to build a bunch of towers. I'm going to speed through this as we have to wait for 2 minutes until the enemy reinforcements arrives, and as we can see, I've decided to build a bunch of towers, and there we go. Rather than any barricades or even getting reinforcements, I felt no need to build reinforcements because the enemy has not been too problematic thus far, and our army is basically completely at full HP. In fact, I don't think basically, I think they're just literally at full HP, minus this one slightly badly hurt, and by badly hurt, I mean like 5% HP, compared to the rest of the army. It's all relative, unit of Furies. And other than that, barricades I felt like were inferior to just building the max level, the best towers that we could get our hands on. Oh, when they launched those little Slaanesh shards, like from that effect of the of that spell I really like. Oh, that's pretty awesome. Yes, I love it. Towers, you get my approval. And I am now very happy that I built a bunch of them. And so each one of these costs 2,000 supply, and we have 1, 2, 3 on the field, and soon there will be more. And they're doing pretty damn good. They're quite accurate, surprisingly enough. I'm just once again coming off of the very, very weak and pathetic towers in the other campaign, in Malgamot, the Demon Princess campaign, the narrative campaign. I need to refer to it in like a dozen different ways because I always confuse myself. But anyway, those are the like regular Chaos Towers which launch Hell Cannon fire, and they're just pathetic. They hit nothing, whereas these guys, look, this one tower obliterated a unit of Bloodletters by itself as it ran up. if this was a Hell Cannon tower, it would have done 0 damage to them because it can't hit moving targets. So yeah, these are pretty damn good, and we're just going to keep getting more of them as long as they're this effective. I wonder at the weird level of disparity between the different types of towers, though. And I take it this is a Slaanesh specific tower, just judging by the type of attacks that it makes. Interesting, interesting. Anyway, in addition to that, the rest of our army is going to block off the any units that come in, but Nkari is out here by himself, just killing things. He doesn't need support. Anything that comes in that is short of like a specialist unit / an elite unit, he can just kill everything. And he's having a fun time, and the enemy just keeps stopping by. He can essentially just hold this bridge by himself. Especially if the enemy just keeps sending bloodthirsters, because no amount of bloodthirsters are going to stop Nkari. And through the screen one more time. So yeah, Nkari, you can just have your fun there. Oh, looks like even more units are moving in over here, so now we have moved the Allurus and the Cultist in as well to counter them. Otherwise, we might actually take a little bit of damage here. But yeah, fighting before the Brass Citadel, there we go. Fighting before the Brass Citadel is pretty damn glorious. Oh, and we get an actual spell out, as well as, here we go, a summoning of some demonettes via a Gate of Slaanesh, now that we have the access to the ability from our cultist. There we go. Bet Korn's a little bit upset about that one. Because I would assume opening up gates counts as magic, but then again, you can summon bloodletters the exact same way, so isn't that magic, Horn? Answer me. Alrighty, well, let's just check back on what's going on here. The enemy wave is down to 30%, and as you can see, it's sort of a wave tower defense kind of a deal, where you just have to destroy the wave with your defenses. So you take, then you defend, and then presumably you do the same thing at the next capture point, and then at the next capture point, especially since you can see that there are clearly construction areas out there already. Back to it, and there we go. Look, the reinforcements arriving on the field are coming in through those chaos gates, Korn. Seems kind of magical. Oh man, look at how effective these towers are. I'm just so impressed by comparison to the freaking Undivided towers. Once again, Hell Cannon shots have always had an issue in Game 2. They were never really fixed. They always like to overshoot and undershoot, and sometimes they just shoot the ground randomly, it feels. Man, and every one of these shots feels like it's killing a lot of these enemies. Waves down to 3%. Nkari has held the line by himself over here, and I think this was the biggest portion of the battle, wherein we committed the most of our troops plus both of our heroes, and they had absolutely no chance to break through here, especially with the tower support. Speaking of tower support, 5 towers on the field. And there we go. As soon as we do that, the fire blocking the next area of the Brass Citadel dissipates, and then we can move. While we're moving, that's going to take a while, so we are just going to speed this up as we move forward. Looks like the enemy's going to, I guess, form up to control with this control point here, but by and large, it's a bunch of Chaos Warriors of Khorne and Bloodletters of Khorne. And none of this either is any kind of threat to Nkari. If we had the time, we could have just left Nkari to probably clear all of those bloodletters and all of these guys, and honestly, we could have probably just have had Nkari by himself hold this point and had all the towers attacking. I don't know if it would have been captured if Nkari was on it, though. Kind of interesting. Kind of an interesting thought, but anyway, as I said, Nkari's gonna be just fine by himself, ripping bloodletters apart as he likes to do, and this is what I was talking about once again about this game being absolutely gloriously beautiful. I mean, look at all this. I'm enjoying this immensely. How many bloodletters did that go? None. Oh, you just knocked them around, huh? Okay. And I hear some horns, probably our reinforcing army, which is kind of moving up in a column right now. Getting closer and closer, mostly to just speed up this process, as once again, there's really no finesse thus far. It's just a bunch of bloodletters and weak units. Oh, and here we go, our cultist charges in. Really love the fiery effect of that steam, followed by our hellflayers. Oh yeah. I get so much joy out of watching them charge every time. It's such a fun unit. There we go, Hellflares, back right through it, and out, and then back in, as you know Slaanesh like to do. And here we go, the Demonettes are going to follow suit and attack. Nkari still in the center of everything. We're also going to get that Helm of Discord debuff, as well as all those crazy other debuffs that we have accessible, including the Bane Spear, and thus this Chaos Warrior pile, plus the... not Demonettes, the Bloodletters. Yeah, see, it's not Demonettes of Slaanesh, it's just Demonettes, isn't it? Or is it Demonettes of Slaanesh? It is Demonettes of Slaanesh, never mind, damn it. Alright, fine, game, fine, you got me. It's just redundant, damn it. Alrighty, and now the rest of this army is once again routing / melting, or the Bloodletters are all melting and dissipating. Looks like they have fallen to our Demonettes, and then we have the regular Warriors of Khorne, which are routing because they are, I guess, mortals. Although they are mortals in the Chaos realms before the Brass Citadel, damn it, before the Brass Citadel, so I would think that maybe they're actually dead mortals that have been drawn here to fight forever for Khorne. At least I would assume so. Anyway, once again, we have a second capture point. At this stage, I couldn't decide whether we needed to actually keep a unit here, because I didn't know whether more units would be coming over here at the same time during the second wave. However, at the end of the day, I decided that since you can click right here and summon a bunch of units to reinforce if you need to, we can just leave it there and keep our army in a blob on this command point. Once again, we're going to have to do the exact same strategy where we build a ton of towers, ignore all the barriers, and just defend while the towers kill a lot.
This will do.
I'm just watching that tower effect because I really like it. There we go. Oh man, those poor Warriors of Khorne, they couldn't even get their charge in. Tremendously unfortunate. Already, are those reinforcements coming? Yep, the wave is now at 100%, and here they come. Do they have anything scarier this time around? Well, at least they got some Fleshhounds, and I do really like Fleshhounds. Maybe they can actually break through, especially as they do move fairly fast, quite a bit faster than the Bloodletters or the Chaos Warriors. But perhaps they will not die. We'll see. And they're at about half HP already. Yeah, they're not looking so good, but maybe they'll get one charge in. Come on, Fleshhounds, you can do it. You can see your targets there. Almost there. Oh, and it looks like the tower is not firing at them anymore. And countercharged by the, I believe these are the Hell Scourges. Just judging by the fact that I can see those whips, and there we go. Looks like those Fleshhounds will no longer want any part of this. And down they go. Obviously they will disappear because they are they're a lesser demon. And away they go. Alrighty, more enemy units coming in. Once again, this entire flank, I've just sent Nkari, and anybody who wants to play will have to play with Nkari. Hey, don't you move past them. What are you doing, Blood Shrine? Back here. Rip it apart, Nkari. Alright, one hit brought it down to half HP. 2 hits breaks it apart. Man, he freaking kills the Blood Shrine in 2 hits. That's awesome. Nkari is damn scary at this point. 2.7k weapon strength. Yeah, no wonder he killed it in 2 hits. And this is with just his own buffs. We haven't given him any other buffs like the Occam's Mind Razor. No freaking wonder he can hold the line by himself and just kill everything. Plus, you gotta remember that he heals off of the Soul Harvester ability, so any units, especially demons that he fights, will dissipate and thereby keep him at full HP. Alright, Nkari, you just keep showing off. We know that you're doing good. Let's actually watch the battle where something is actually, where we might actually take some damage. So, the enemy are charging our giant pile of Marauders, which are holding the line here. Got our Hellstriders helping out with their spear arms. And hey, there we go, some Bloodletters charging our regular Marauders. There we go. Well done, Forces of Khorne. You actually made it past some of our towers long enough to actually have some fighting. Khorne's watching you. You gotta try a little bit harder. Ooh, and we got a Gorby's Chariot over here. Gotta get a few of these. I mean, obviously not in the Slaanesh army, although maybe later on we could seduce one. That's another option, although to do so we'll probably have to try to go through the blue line of Nkari, as I believe the seduction increase is in that line of the tree. Anyway, it looks like the wave is down to 10% and the enemy numbers are now dwindling. Let's check back on Nkari, who appears to have killed everybody that dared to challenge him and remains obviously at full HP because everybody died. Well done, buddy. Man, that two shot of that blood shrine just looked fantastic. Well done. And we didn't even really need to commit most of our army. We just mostly committed our marauders. Gonna keep our elites back as much as possible, especially as somehow the Fiends of Slaanesh got a little bit beat up. I got a little bit carried away by sending them in, and I really don't want to lose these guys because they're one of my favorite units thus far, or at least of the Slaaneshi units. I really like them. Though, to be fair, they're not as fun to watch as those Hellflayers, as I just have to comment every time those Hellflayers charge. I'm like a broken record, or like a broken Hellflayer wheel, although I guess they're not even... Do you even count those as wheels? What do you call those? Because they have like it's almost like a barrel wheel, you know, because it's just made up of a bunch of these things. I mean, I guess you could still call them wheels, just like a truck maybe. Also, could probably use some asymmetry with the wheels. A little bit too symmetrical for chaos. Anyway, let's get back to it. Looks like, once again, we are victorious against this wave. And oh, well, the towers can actually range the next set of enemies all the way from here. And this is right before the gates of the Brass Citadel. Ooh, and there's a chaos portal right before it as well. I guess you have to go through the portal to go up into the Citadel. Oh, man, I wish I could push the camera a little bit more forward, take a look at what's going on back there. But anyway, looks like, yeah, these bloodletters are going to get ripped apart by the towers, even though we haven't even approached them. There's also, finally, a bloodthirster on the field. There we go, buddy. Come and fight Nkari. Now, this is just a bloodthirster. This isn't the bloodthirster. All right, Nkari, hit him once. Does that count as once or twice? All I know is that he's at about half HP. There we go, hit him again. And he's about 25% HP. And one more time, 3 hits to kill a bloodthirster, Nkari. That is damn vicious. Man, now that's what I call a freaking greater demon. Wow, and I mean, technically the bloodthirster was a greater demon, but to die in 3 hits... Ouch. Absolute ouch. And once again, the game lags a little bit when we use all of our buffs together this close up because there's just way too many particle effects for my rig to handle. But yeah, that's more of a me problem than anything else. Otherwise, considering the amount of units on the field, I think this has been performing fairly well in terms of lagginess and stuff like that. Not that my settings are all maxed out, mind you, but they're pretty okay. Alrighty, oh man, yeah, and the towers. Look at the just piles of dead here from the towers, plus Nkari. Actually surprised that these guys are still bothering to charge after seeing their bloodthirster go down in 3 hits. What do you even do? They should all just nope out. Yeah, but Korn's watching. If they try to nope out, he'll probably just snap his fingers and all explode or something. Really, I feel like all units fighting before the Brass Citadel should be unbreakable, including the Chaos Warriors of Khorne. There should be a map-wide buff making all units unbreakable under the gaze of the Blood God. Wouldn't you say? Honestly, even our units. All units should be like this. Alrighty, and then one more time we are going to capture the last zone. Now we are going to go straight to the next portion, and here comes the Gatekeeper.
Gatekeeper. This is the demon prince whose soul we seek.
Alrighty, there we go. He hath appeared, and I was hoping he would drop down to fight Nkari and just to get well, several shot. I guess he does have 23k HP or 21k HP, something like that. I didn't see what his original HP was, but he does have quite a bit of HP, so Nkari will probably not be able to kill him as quickly as the others. Fortunately for us, this time I've decided instead of using these towers, with the exception of this one because this was a spare change essentially, I've spent it on reinforcements. We now have 3 Keepers of Secrets on the field who are marching somewhere. Just not even paying attention to the Gatekeeper. I'd like to think they're doing this deliberately to insult him. Or maybe leaving him for Nkari. That's some pretty cool gear there, buddy. Ooh, I'd like to get this Corn Halberd or whatever on Malgamoth in my Demon Prince campaign. Looks pretty damn nice. Nice looking weapon. Hopefully it's not special or unique to the Gatekeeper. I guess we'll see. Anyway, Nkari's obviously going to try to chase the Gatekeeper down. He is quite quick, but not nearly as quick as Nkari. 169 speed. Oh, I hope it stays that way. And there we go, charging in. Let's see how much damage the first hit does. Well, 198, 19,800 rather. Get a hit in there anyway. Let's see. So what we're going to do, at least in part here, is to test out A, our Keepers of Secrets, which is the first time we're obviously using them through this campaign, and then B, we have also summoned some Soul Grinders. In terms of looks, I gotta say I prefer the Soul Grinders, maybe just because I like Defilers a lot in 40k, and these are essentially Defilers. I mean, they're pretty darn robotic. This might as well be essentially this is essentially the same thing. I mean, you can get Soul Grinders in 40k as well, can't you? I'm pretty sure they're just as available. But then I guess you have to choose between Soul Grinders and Defilers, whereas here we do not have access to Defilers. Anyway, Soul Grinders are gonna grind their way through a bunch of Cornate bloodletters once again, and man, they're bringing down a fair few of them every damn hit. We're gonna have to try to compare who's more effective here. Is it the 3 Soul Grinders, or is it our 3 units of Keepers of Secrets? Unfortunately, a giant pile of enemies is attacking the Soul Grinders, but only smaller levels of units or numbers of units are attacking the Keepers of Secrets. Now, the Keepers of Secrets themselves have a decent... Oh, wait, they're being buffed by Occam's Mindrazor right now. I was about to say ton of weapon strength, but no. Well, I mean, they still probably have a decent amount of weapon strength. Now, in terms of stats, they have Devastating Flanker, Cause Terror, they're Demonic, they have Physical Resistance 20, that's all standard, and it looks like they share pretty much everything with the Soul Grinder, to be honest. There's nothing that sets them apart other than the fact that, oh, it looks like the Soul Grinder has Soporific Musk, whereas, really? Soul Grinder has Soporific Musk and the Keepers of Secrets do not. That's kind of shocking. If anything, I would have thought it would be the other way around, no? Am I crazy here? Well, either way, it looks like they are both armor-piercing, but where these guys are armor-piercing and anti-large, the Keepers of Secrets are not anti-large, so I guess they're a little bit more meant to kill lords and infantry, and then you're supposed to use the Soul Grinders to kill cav and large units, which I suppose could also include lords and stuff like that. Interesting. Yeah, this didn't help with regards to making a comparison between the two. Anyway, we're going to reinforce the Soul Grinders by summoning some Demon Nets and help them out. Not that they really need help. If nothing else, their attacks are really flashy and cool, whereas by comparison, the attacks of the Keepers of Secrets are a little bit on the boring side. Now, let's see. It looks like the Gatekeeper is down to 12k HP, about half of his HP, and is getting quite ripped apart by Nkari, plus with the help of the other Keepers of Secrets, essentially watching Nkari's back. They're all fighting back to back. I'd like to think they hold their little upper claws while they do that. There we go. Honestly, I really don't think Nkari needed help here, but you know, it's just fun to have multiple Keepers of Secrets. I really doubt that we're probably going to have more than one extra Keeper of Secrets in this army. I feel like I prefer Soul Grinders just for the really cool attack animations. And are you ready to die there, buddy? Looks like he drops. Well done to Nkari, who has basically not really taken much damage whatsoever. Lost about, I don't know, 15% HP or something like that, and he will heal up after killing all the rest of these units. Now, there's still 42 waves of enemies left, and we can still fight. In that regard, I've summoned a bunch of Fiends of Slaanesh, mostly because, once again, I do love me some Fiends of Slaanesh, to help out the Soul Grinders. They didn't need it, they didn't want it, but they got it anyway. Well, let's see some more Soul Grinder attacks. I think we've seen enough various Keeper of Secrets attacks. There we go. Charging through. Use that blast attack, please, buddy. There we go. I guess they just angrily scream at people, which is quite nice. Oh, and more enemy units coming in. Some blood crushers, some more bloodletters, lots of bloodletter armies. But this is they're feeding it into the grinder, the soul grinder that is. And I'm actually shocked that they didn't send any soul grinders of their own here. Alrighty, and it's a skull cannon. I thought it was a blood shrine. Not to worry, that'll die just as quick, I'm sure. And the battle with this should be just about over. The Gatekeeper has been defeated. His forces have dropped down to 4%, and I think with the Skull Cannon gone, the Demon's Soul, or the Demon Prince's soul, will be ours. Ours. 2% damn it, what the hell? Oh, it's that freaking Skull Cannon still. Man, you guys are taking a while to kill it. The Nkari would have killed it already in 2 shots, as we know. There we are. Alrighty, there we are. The battle against the Gatekeeper didn't turn out to be all that difficult at all, especially because those towers were pretty ridiculous and actually accurate, unlike the Hell Cannon sort of towers that don't hit anything that I've been annoyed with. Now, coming off of that battle, I just want to see 4.2, 5.7, 4.4k versus... So it seems like the Keepers of Secrets were able to dish out more damage than the Soul Grinders, but generally speaking, got less kills. That really tells me nothing about which unit is more valuable, to be perfectly honest. I really got to test these out more. At least we got an opportunity to see them in action, but really... Which units do we want in Nkari's army? No, nobody's gonna stand up to Nkari himself, obviously, as man, how many kills did Nkari get that battle? 541, and he didn't cast any spells at all, only buff spells. This was just personally ripping apart 541 troops. Damn, and 357 kills on the Allurus, that was via the Bane Spear effect. Looks like the Bane Spear effect is quite powerful, especially as she didn't cast any damaging magic as well, but yeah, really got to think about the difference between the Soul Grinders and the Keepers of Secrets. They tend to share basically all their stats in the sense that neither one has anything separate unless one of them has some sort of secret ability that I'm not sure of. But they don't appear to have any auras or anything like that, weirdly enough. Anyway, let us, I guess... Oh, that's a decent amount of devotees. Definitely take that. Lovely. And...
The first soul harvested. When all 4 have been gathered, they will combine into a single light, revealing a shadow path to the Forge of Souls. Then Ursun will be within our reach. But what's this? The tome consumes the soul's energy, reaching across time, revealing secrets.
It was the Old Ones that shaped this world into a paradise. Yet the power they harnessed to move sun and rock could not be tamed. Raw magic erupted from the great cataclysm, flowing forth from a realm of chaos. So came the demons. They hunted the mortals, feeding on their souls. Yet one of their prey betrayed his kin and embraced the gods of chaos. They gifted him demonhood, and he became the first demon prince, Be'lakor. He clawed at the world, scarred it with his armies, reveling in the bloodshed. Those who seek power will always want more, and Be'lakor's lust was the greatest of all.
Gods of chaos, have I not fed you souls? Have I not given you the world? Give me more power. Answer me!
The four gods punished the demon prince for his arrogance. They took everything. His armies, his power, his form. Cursed to roam the world as a shadow amongst the shadows, powerless for eternity.
Damn the gods.
Be'lakor has spent millennia planning his revenge on the Chaos Gods. What a twisted scheme has his dark mind constructed.
Wait, so was that the book talking? Because it wasn't the advisor's voice, it was a different voice. Was that the voice of the book? Can the book talk? Can we talk to the book instead of the advisor? Not that the voice actor doesn't do a good job, I'm just being, I just want to hear the book talk, essentially. Anyway, there we go. We have our first souls. You have momentarily earned the Blood God's respect and may approach about... Oh, we already read that. Quest successful. Yeah, well done. Still undecided between the Keepers of Secrets and the Soul Grinders, though.
We look upon the mortal lands once more, having ventured into the realm of chaos. The Tome of Fates thrums with the power of the twisted soul trapped in its pages. To reach the Forge of Souls, we require 3 more. We are not the only ones who seek the dying god. They employ their own methods to cross the veil into the realm of chaos. We must act with haste.
With haste we shall act, and it looks like we are... Oh, we're back in the mortal plane, and we can attack Warf... Well, this will be an auto-resolve, but anyway, unfortunately, we are out of time. That, I don't know how long it's going to take me to commentate. I wonder how long this episode is going to be by the time I comment over that particular battle, because it did take quite a while, but it was really fun. I kind of like the tower defense aspect. It was a little bit... I mean, I feel like they could have gone further with it. You know, they could have expanded on the whole tower defense thing if they were going to go that route. But I do more so like the fact that we were able to summon and choose our own reinforcements as we got to try out a bunch of our own units, which was really fun. But anyway, next time we kill Warfiend, we send, well, I guess we retrofit Nkari's army a little bit, get him some Heartseekers and retrofit this second army as well, and then send Nkari one way and then the other army the other way to attack Scarbrand's territories from both sides, as we are trapped in the Materium for now, or the Mortal Plane rather. I don't think they use the Materium in the fantasy setting, but anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that battle. Whatever I usually say at the end of these episodes, don't forget to leave a like and comment for your friendly neighborhood heretic. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.